Hello, welcome to this Behind the Render quick tip. So this is the thumbnail for Star Wars Bounty Hunter Episode 4, Aggressive Negotiations. And I needed to incorporate some CGI. I did a thumbnail sketch of the concept that we discussed for the episode. And when that was approved by the team, I went together and gathered the necessary assets. So in the episode, there's the senator character that's a Twi'lek, so there's aggressive negotiations with that. To get this, I set up the camera with the reference image. I did a quick mock-up of what approximately was going to be for the face, and then brought that in to get the final, which I will show here. And with that, I was able to draft approximately placing these head tails into position and getting it set up, did various renders. This was done in Cycle since I just needed a single frame and I wanted to get the more accurate render of the subsurface scattering and things like that. So if I go and turn this on to the Cycles render, you can see how we've got the lighting and how they interact. If I wanted to be a bit more accurate, I could have put the mock-up of the face and geometry here to get the shadows, but I opted to do a little paint work there. But this is where you will use the creative process to problem solve. Going over the head tails, this is basically a spline. We go up here, and then we've got in the geometry, the bevel is set to that circle, so this shape here. So I can adjust this to get the approximate shaping of each of the head tails. They both follow the same thing. However, if we go into edit mode with tab, you can see the spline. So if I needed to adjust it, I could add more of these points. If you select a point and then press Alt S, you can scale up the thickness of the section. So that allowed me to shape this without having to sculpt or model the head tail. So this allowed me to quickly dial in and adjust the look of the head tails. This is just using purely nodes. So we've got a noise, two different noise systems plugged into the mapping, and then we've got the color ramp used for the skin, and then this is for the roughness here, and then this is for the subsurface scattering for the flesh underneath, so that when you turn on the lighting, it has that look to it. A little bit of some displacement, just to give a little bit of texture. That is the node tree there. And then once I got a render, I was able to bring that into photo editing software of your choice. You could use Photoshop, you could use Krita, you could use Clip Studio Paint, whatever you want to use to do your photo editing. Then combining that with the image to get the final product. And then, of course, the background utilizes the 3D scene of Death Star hallway or Imperial hallway. It's not necessarily specific. I used that for the backdrop and then worked in lighting. So that's how I did the thumbnail for Star Wars Bounty Hunter, incorporating Blender to get that CG 3D element. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more behind the render videos or anything else on the channel. Give the video a like, and don't forget to comment if you have any questions or ideas of what you'd like to see in the future.